Bobby, you went to Catholic school?
I went to Catholic school for 1 year in first grade, got held back, went back in fifth grade and got kicked out.
Our mother of the hard knocks.
I got kicked out because I got punched in the face by my stepfather, and the nun was like, he shouldn't come back here. I went into school crying.
Well, she's like, that's my job.
Yeah.
I don't like this kid coming all lumped up.
I remember one of the kids, first grade, the kid peed, and she hit him in the head with a book.
Nice.
Yeah.
He peed his pants?
He peed just sitting down. We were seeing how to pee, and he didn't.
He didn't know how to say, hey.
He didn't know how to. We had to just sit there, and he was raising his hand, and she wouldn't answer him, and then he peed, and she came over and hit him in the head with a smacked him in the head with a book.
If it was okay to use corporal punishment on children in school, I would have become a teacher. That'd be nice, dude. Just
It was
just like a law, like you can't lose. You
It
know what I
was.
mean? Like you can just you're completely governed by fear and physical violence.
You could,
and no one could stop you.
Yeah, back in the day, you could hit kids in school. A teacher could hit you.
Here's what happened. There was this 7th grade fucking teacher that used to hit you with a paddle and then make you sign it. And then like 5 years later, he fucking came and was in fucking high school, and a bunch of us showed up at his fucking room the first day. It was like jailhouse shit. You know what I mean? We were like, hey, motherfucker, when's the last time you hit a fucking kid? And he was like, guys, you know what I mean? Guys, you're young. Guys. Get me out of here. It was fucking hilarious, though, because his whole attitude changed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because now you guys are taller and like.
Yeah, we would have stabbed him to death.
It's man.
I got suspended from school in 8th grade for the gym teacher was about to beat up my friend in the hallway during recess, and I went in to use the bathroom, and I saw him, and then me and my friend beat up the gym teacher together.
Jesus.
And they suspended us for 2 weeks.
On what grounds?
On beating up a gym teacher.
Yeah.
But he deserved it.
Well, that's better than I like the school in the beginning of Lean on Me when they start playing Welcome to the Jungle in that movie, and one of them, the scene that I always see not being that big, it didn't really resonate throughout the school. Was that the one teacher they were holding his head and just pounding his head on the ground, like with blood coming out of the back of his head, and then it was just like in the teacher's lounge 5 minutes later, like, this is getting crazy.
This is nuts.
I think we have to get a black principal in here.
It's like a Guns N' Roses song. It's that bad. Guns N' Roses was a band.
I know who Guns N' Roses is.
From the 80s.
Yeah, the guy still wears the dumb hat.
Who?
Slash.
Yes.
Yeah. Bingo.
He does wear the hat.
He wears the dumb hat.
Did you see Slash at the Oscars with My Name's Ken?
Yeah, they always whip him out like a fucking robot now.
Yeah.
We need a guitar solo. Get the dummy with the hat.
It's really true. He is the go-to guy.
He looks like Jeff Ross now.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's it's the Madonna thing. You get up close, it falls apart big. Because I've seen him where you're like, still has the shirt open, and it still looks like he's not he doesn't have like a fat dad body or anything. And then you get close and you go, oh no, it's getting like that late years Ric Flair chest.
I hate that hat.
Just that,
I hate it. I hate it. It's like annoying.
Do you know why you hate it? Because it's not the hat, it's prop.
Yeah.
That thing is so thick and just meant to stay on his head. You know what I mean? It's like it's not. It feels like Mickey Mouse gloves. If you go when the person takes their gloves off.
Yeah.
When they take a break from being Mickey Mouse.
I think Axl wore the hat first, and then Slash took it over.
No, Axl wore a headband, didn't he?
Yeah,
no, that was later. That was later, I think, right at the beginning.
Really?
I don't know about that.
I know Appetite for Destruction, it was already Slash.
I saw Guns N' Roses before anybody knew who they were. It was before the album came out.
Yeah.
And
where?
It was in Plant City, Florida. And they were opening out for Motley Crue, and we had just played fucking softball against Motley Crue. I just started radio. And we're standing backstage, and these fucking people come out, these kids, and they're just getting their picture taken, and we're going like, who the fuck are these guys? They were like fucking glowing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who these guys are, but they seemed
There's somebody.
Great. And then they fucking open up. Nobody knew their songs and fucking blew everybody away.
That's awesome.
It was unbelievable. And later, I go and see the music director. And I had already told these guys, I wanted to bring my own albums in from home. That's how bad classic rock was at the time. But I'm like, hey, do you know these guys? This fucking song is great. He goes, yeah, but it's too hard to play in the morning. And I'm like, no, and he goes, and we go around, and then he fucking finally finds Sweet Child of Mine. And he's like, oh, this is the radio song, not Welcome to the Jungle. We could play this at 8 o'clock in the morning.
So you broke Guns N' Roses?
I didn't break them, but I did break them in Tampa.
Wow.
Did you get to see an unknown Marilyn Manson at all down in Florida?
There was a band called the Genitorturers, right? So, I mean, this was like Dominatrix with a metal band.
Like Jack Off Jill, those were all like Florida bands.
And they had these fucking, they were like bringing their, and the lead singer of the Genitorturers was hot as fuck. And she would, bring slaves in and smack them around while we were on the air. And they're like, we have our friends here. I go, who are they? There's some guys with fucking lunch boxes. I go, don't let those motherfuckers in here. We kept them in the hall. We didn't let them come in because we were with the hot chick. And a friend of mine I managed them. And he fucking hated Manson. Like, he was like, all the way back there, he was like, everybody else in the band is fucking great. But that kid's fucking sick.
He sucks.
Yeah, he sucks. And he's ugly and he's sick.
Like
I don't
Jenna
think
Tortures.
I don't think you're going to. Yeah, we did a thing with the Jenna Tortures like 8 o'clock in the morning, and people were running out and throwing up because she was putting spikes through my producer's dick.
Jesus Christ. That's when radio is good.
Yeah, that's when radio you could come up with something sick, and not do anything the rest of the day.
Oh, this is her a little older, Christine.
Yeah, this is her.
That was Madonna.
She has a muffin top on her back now. Like, no, that's not what I meant.
She still has to wear the same
But
clothes.
do you think Manson will ever be able to have a public life again, or
He's on tour with Five Finger Death Punch. They're starting a
and
tour.
he's not going to do jail at all?
No, everyone dropped. All the charges got dropped. Everyone came out and said, like, Evan Rachel Wood basically, like, kind of got them all goosed up to do it, and they all just kind of pulled back and were like, eh.
And she couldn't make it happen?
I guess not.
What were the charges? What was he saying?
They had all kinds of like sexual abuse and torture type stuff and everything.
As they say on TikTok, grape.
But it was they definitely like it all got dropped.
What kind of sex did they think they were going to have when they hooked up with Marilyn Manson?
That's almost the thing when you hear it's like he used this, and she calls this thing like this electrical thing that is designed to, like, you know, shock you and whatever. And then we looked it up, like, she gives it by name, and you look it up, it's like it's like a sex toy you'd find like at like on 6th Avenue. Like, in a place. I thought it was like he was bringing like an actual like cattle prod and like zipping her while she. They made it sound like it was a McCaney Manor or something.
He had the knife dildo from 7.
But you should agree to it first. You know what I mean? Like, you can't spring it on someone.
Without a doubt. But I do think, like,
what are you going to show? You're going to show the prototype? This is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, but if you went to Marilyn Manson's house and he started making love to you on a bearskin rug, you'd be like, "What the fuck's happening here?"
Exactly.
Like, is it going to rain blood? Are you going to release hounds on us at some point?
Yeah, exactly.
Is something crazy about to go down? How come you're not cutting yourself? That's the problem. He should have died. He should have been the 33. He should have been in the 33 club. 27 would have been a little young for him, still be known. 33, he would have died a legend. And now he just is an old guy who has to do that. You know what I mean? He has to go put a contact lens in. And by the way, if he doesn't, I'll be upset.
Yeah.
Once he accepts adulthood completely, I'm like, well, I'm out now.
Yeah.
But also, I am going to sit here and say I think it's weird that you're doing that at this age. Like,
Right, it doesn't quite work the same way.
you have to do it, but all you got to do is stay thin, or whatever you were when you started. You know what I mean? If you stay what you were when you started, or in your prime at least, you'll be fine. Axl Rose gets shit for one thing. No one even cares. I don't think he could sing that good back then.
No.
He couldn't.
He couldn't. He was always a problem with singing. It was that he looked awesome.
Yeah.
And they played their part.
Yeah, now he's always in True Religion jeans. He looks like he lives in St. Pete.
Oh my God, I don't know what's going on. He
Hilarious insult.
has his haircut like he's what Edward Norton did in 25th Hour. He has his haircut where he's like, I don't want to get raped when I go to prison, so I'm making myself ugly.
Yeah.
I mean, he could do something else with it.
Yeah.
There's choices that could be made. You don't have to have that haircut.
He's had work done to his face too. I think it looks
I don't
odd.
know, man. It looks like a picture of someone's mom. That haircut is terrible.
He's still not as bad as Vince Neil. Vince Neil
Robert
looks
Smith
terrible.
kept his look.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert Smith. Jesus
Still
Christ.
dressing like a goth.
No, still dressing like a goth, but his, again, the same thing. His body does not support that look.
Yeah, but Jovi aged well. Jovi wears like
Because of the music.
yeah, he
It's
looks
easy.
he looks like he has some type of fucking wine in Long
Yeah.
Island. Like
He does.
dresses
He has
with
his
the-
own
They
vineyard and
yeah,
shit. But
They made a smart move, Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
They went, before he was not cool looking anymore to young people, they switched their music to adult contemporary
Yeah.
before they hit the age.
wasn't it always adult contemporary?
I think if you go back
Even
to
in
like
the
I
85?
think if you go back to like the Runaway and those things, like it was always like radio.
It was always girl first.
It was radio ready
Yeah.
rock for sure,
Yeah.
but it was definitely like I thought it was cool. I thought they looked cool and everything, and they stopped that and started just putting on like, you know, very well fitting jackets over. They
Yeah.
started dressing like lesbians, but early enough in their career.
lesbians. He does dress like a lesbian.
Absolutely, those are the Indigo Girls. But he's been dressing like that since he didn't look like that.
Right.
So he eased the audience in.
I did the same thing with my baldness.
You jumped in way
I
early.
jumped in early. I shaved it when I had a widow's peak.
But here's the thing: would you have rather been like in a hard fucking metal band with guys showing up, or doing this kind of shit and look out and see beautiful women? everywhere.
Yeah, no, this for sure. No, Matt Wright figured it out. My audience is like a sausage party, dude. It looks like a Sons of Anarchy meeting at my shows.
my front row is just me over and over again.
Yeah, same thing.
And there's just one gay guy. Hi, Bobby.
Yeah. And then there are girls who I have to take on a 45-minute journey of looking at me like, all right, I came, to being like, all right, that wasn't so bad.
Yeah, the only hot chicks at the end when they're just taking the photo of their boyfriend. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
You want to get in?
How
no,
many times
he
somebody
wants it.
says, no, I'm good
Oh,
to
it's
pictures? Like, don't have this conversation away from me.
Yes.
You want a picture? No, I don't care about that, man. I just want to say it's a good show. Like, okay.
Yeah.
I already started putting my arm around you.
I'm here with my husband, so I'll take it. I'll take the picture. Now,
Or they complain about me to me for their husbands. He goes, oh, every morning with the song starting the show and
that
then
bullshit.
Jacob's voice and blah, blah, blah. You're like, okay. And you're like, okay. And he's like, I love it. They just smiles for the picture with you.
I don't give a shit what she says. She fucking hates your guts.
She's a crabby bitch. I probably shouldn't have brought her, but anyway.
Now, what band do you think had equal male and female fans? Because I think that's the rarest gig of all.
It was an era. 80s hair metal.
I think
Poison.
Aerosmith. I remember going to Aerosmith concerts. There was a lot of dudes and a lot of chicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because their shit was pretty hard at the beginning, pretty heavy. And then
And when they came back
and
from
then they
rehab.
came back and they had Angel and all that shit. And
they had some guys hoping they would get back to the old sound.
They would still play some of the old stuff. I think that was one of the bands.
Aerosmith, I'm sure, especially now,
Yeah.
you'll get all kinds of stuff. But I think like a young Poison.
Van Halen.
I'm sure Guns N' Roses.
Van Halen.
Van
I think
Halen probably
yeah,
too.
when they went to Hagar, they had a lot of girls, and when they came out, they were pretty heavy. And I saw them with Hagar, and it was pretty mixed. A lot of hot chicks and shit and dudes.
Which Van Halen did you prefer?
You know what? I used to prefer David Lee Roth, but then I went back and did a deep dive on Hagar, and Hagar was a better singer.
Oh,
I like
of course,
Hagar.
David Lee, you're a better singer than fucking David Lee.
I mean,
Roth.
yeah, it's kind of sad.
Yeah, but the definitive,
songs are-
You remember
the
the-
uniqueness of sound, though, where you're like, I'm going to listen to Van Halen, I'm always thinking in my mind, I want to hear David Lee Roth.
I love those songs. They're a little harder, but I think Hagar was a better songwriter. I thought he was. And plus, he's out there with a guitar too. He's actually doing something. Well, David Lee Roth had to get a sword. and
Bosey,
flip
bosey,
around.
bop, diddy bop.
Yeah, he went into that.
Yeah,
But
that
he was
was-
a great frontman.
Great from him, but it is funny when you tell the band, he goes, guys, you guys go get a drink. I'm going to do a little bow staff work.
Yeah.
It's built into
Do
the
you
concert.
remember when he cut his
I just
nose
got these sick-ass size, so I'm going to do this for a little bit.
Remember he was on Jimmy Kimmel and he cut his nose off?
Yes.
I watched
Oh
that
yeah,
happen,
swinging
yeah.
that thing around.
He just cut, and then he came back out with just a thing on his nose. It's like, dude, nope, it's over. I
This
can't.
is the comeback.
They played the Wah.
I remember that.
Yeah, they played the
I couldn't
Wah.
get down.
Yeah, and I knew it was over when he showed up with he had one of those scally caps on and overalls. I'm like, no, they're not cool anymore.
They're not.
Question, what made Wolfgang Van Halen susceptible to being so heavy? Didn't he have two tiny parents?
Well,
No.
his mom.
Oh,
Mom's a little chubby.
oh, Bert and Ellie porked up. That's
yeah,
right.
it's weird too because
He's a good cook.
if he do you watch your shows on? If he lost the weight though, I think he would look fantastic.
Do you think Eddie Van Halen had to sit around one day when Valerie Bertinelli came home from work and goes, I think my TV sister was having sex with her father? Because that came out after, like, one day at a time and stuff, right?
Yeah.
That information?
Yeah.
Years later.
Yeah, and she really said it. She tells it very, like, that's why I always thought it was interesting. She doesn't tell it like, I'm telling you all my nightmares. She's like, I might as well put it out there. Me and my dad used to have sex. It was pretty rad.
Yeah.
And then I started to not be that cool. And then people were getting weird about it.
Wait,
Like,
who'd he bang?
John Phillips from the Mamas and Papas, and I forget what her first name is in real life, but
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie Phillips. Yeah.
The ugly
Phillips.
one?
Well,
Yeah.
that's mean to say, but yeah, I guess you're
That is not nice. Agreed, but I will say yes, exactly. In fact,
I'd rather fuck
I'll
Schneider.
even say the ugly one of the Phillips girls.
Oh yeah,
He had way hotter daughters he could have fucked.
yeah. He could have had the religious one.
Oh, there was isn't also his daughter is the one from China Phillips.
Yeah,
the one
China
from Wilson Phillips.
Yeah. She's the one that married the crazy fucking brother, right? Like one of the bald ones.
Oh yeah. And by the way, that would have been McKenna. I don't know why he went with Mackenzie Phillips. I probably figured she'd be the most receptive.
Yes.
Probably not getting a lot of play at school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
China Phillips was inundated with phone calls and little Valentine's Day cards on the two froms on Valentine's Day. And then Mackenzie would come home and he's like, come on, Dad is going to take you in the club, make you feel better. You're my Valentine. That's all that matters, honey.
Yeah, Mackenzie Phillips. Yeah, she was not that good looking.
Well, listen, she wasn't ugly. Just Valerie Bertinelli was so cute on the show.
Now go to Michelle Phillips, who was
Stunning.
just like
was
she
his
was.
wife,
Yeah,
right?
that was his wife.
That's the mother of all these
and
girls.
she's the reason that look at the middle picture. She's the reason people moved to California. Everybody, when that band came out, everybody on the East Coast goes, "What the fuck is happening out there?
Go
Let's
backwards.
go."
Go backwards to the other pictures. There's up there of her. Because one of them, she looks like fucking. No. Go to the original search. One more back. Yeah, that one on the right.
Don't.
That one on the right.
Hang on.
She looks like fucking Pennywise. This joke has no payoff now. Don't click it, Christine. It doesn't matter. She looks like Pennywise. If you're driving home right now, you know she looks like Pennywise.
Yeah.
Picture that. And
They
then
can't.
laugh.
They can't see it.
Timing is nothing. My timing's for shit today. No, she was gorgeous.
Yeah, she was gorgeous, and she broke motherfuckers. Like, she was one of those women that she would be with a rock star or a movie star and break up with him, and he would go fucking crazy. You know, those are my favorite women in the world.
Absolutely. I mean, Christine describes California culture in such a way that Mama Cass was never going to live long.
No.
Just, she's going to eat herself to death or do drugs because she was just too big for the time.
She has the same feeling when I go to LA still.
Yes.
I just have, as soon as I land, I gain like 55 pounds.
It's like seems like an awful place to go for body image, without a doubt. And Mama Cass was a
She was big.
God.
I mean, that's like
She has-
circus freak back in those times.
she was like Harry Turjanian.
I mean, she
What does
has.
this mean?
She's a big girl. Oh, that sucks that they try to put her in cute shit. Yeah, hold this umbrella to cover your front.
What did she do? She brought something good to the party. I bet her voice wasn't amazing.
No, it was great voice.
It was. She had
Yeah.
amazing
She had
voice,
a great
okay.
voice.
Yeah.
And also, she was like super
they were a
fucking-
harmony group as
Super
well.
cool. Like, she put together
Oh, God.
a lot of the Canyon bands.
She's wearing a quilt. She's
Yeah.
wearing the AIDS quilt.
Also, I also feel bad about her acceptance of like Mama Cass. You wouldn't name a not fat person that for their like stage name,
Right.
You know what I mean? Mama Cass. She's never been.
Nice bum.
Wow, this is.
It looks like you on Tummy Time.
It does. It does actually.
That looks exactly like you.
Oh my god.
Oh, they made a cartoon. The guy didn't even draw her skinny in the cartoon. That sucks.
That is the worst when someone can choose to make you not fat and they do anyway.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. They always said that she choked on a ham sandwich. That's how she died. But they said she really didn't. She OD'd on heroin. But it was just like her death became funny.
Yeah, but she OD'd on heroin while eating a ham sandwich.
She fell asleep while eating a ham sandwich. She nodded on heroin and choked on it. That is a funny. Well, that's my big belief on why all these celebrities now are dying by hanging death is because nobody, since David Carradine and in excess Michael Hutchins,
Yeah.
if you say that's the way they went, it's the only legacy. There's not a song ever that in excess comes on the radio where my first thought I go, died jerking off. This guy. It's the only David Carradine thing you think of.
You think somebody, like, they invent stuff for everything? They might just invent a way you could jerk off by hanging yourself where it automatically releases you.
Like a
Are you doing comedy that you're saying you're completely coming in here? And I go, Christine, I can't believe you didn't look up when he said it. You said like, oh, that's a good idea, Bobby. I brought this up at home many times.
on the show.
You have drawings?
Something that you hang from, and I've heard the argument from choke jerkers themselves why this is not a good idea, but I think it is. You have to acknowledge it every 30 seconds in some way. And the first time you don't acknowledge it, it releases
I'd have
you.
trouble coming if I had to constantly.
Yeah, you got to focus on jerking off.
That's been the argument. And also the argument says what you're chasing, a part of that rush, is if there's not a chance you might die
How about this?
from it, that there's like, what's the point of doing it? It wouldn't be that exciting anymore.
If I can go on Shark Tank with you, if I can add this, you add some type of heart monitor, and as soon as your heart rate goes down past a certain spot, it releases. How's that?
I don't mind that.
Right? You slap it on your chest, or maybe an iWatch app, an Apple app.
All right, what about this? As you pass out, suddenly a thing comes in to hit you right in the throat, opens up that air duct for you.
There you go.
So like an automatic tracheotomy,
Yes.
emergency tracheotomy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
and then
it.
everybody's happy with it. You give it to your friends for Christmas.
Hey man, try it.
Yeah.
There's no danger.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, you got a tracheotomy scar.
Have you ever came where somebody was choking you?
No, I've never gotten into choking or being choked. Also not into nipple play on me.
I hate it. I hate it. I
I'm telling you.
hate when a girl touches. When they go to your nipple and they start licking it. I hate it.
I hate to draw race lines on things. I find black guys always say they enjoy nip stuff
They
more.
do, yeah. They like a
no.
little
I don't
nip.
understand why. Black Lou, not you? But you've married into a very white universe.
That's interesting.
A lot of black guys. Patrice loved the nip.
Yeah.
Nips.
Love the nips being sucked. I don't know
Also,
why.
I think it's weird.
But he
again,
did have tits.
I was going to say, and Patrice maybe a little more comfortable in his skin than I am. On that, that is a lot of it too. Don't play with my nips because I feel like you're cranking my tits. It's like you're playing with my nips on the edge of my tits.
actually-
She's supposed to do that to a girl. Yeah,
She's actually holding your tit with two hands and mushing her face into it.
yeah.
She's
I don't
trying-
love the fact you can gather my tits on my body.
You don't like looking up and she's fucking your tits with a
She-
dildo.
not even with a dildo, just with her pussy. Just,
If you're willing to grab like this, you can really pull tits together, and that's how I feel is what's happening when you touch my nips.
No, I don't like the nips at all. I hate it.
So you weren't familiar that he had come up with that before. You thought,
No, I wasn't. Was I?
I feel like I've said it since we've been on the show to you. I feel like you took that in
yeah,
and brought it out, and you're like, I'm going to press Ron with this really great Shark Tank
Yeah.
idea. And then you just stole my idea. What I was most hurt about, Bobby, wasn't that, though. It was, I looked over at Christine like, with a, you believe this motherfucker face?
Yeah.
And Christine was just like, what? I'm like, the thing, the
Well,
choke jerk thing.
You just yelled at her for not getting the
She's-
internet right.
We'd still have
She's-
Lincoln Park.
she's actually glad that you're stealing. That he's stealing that.
She's like, oh, God, now you can get out of the laboratory building this thing every
Wait,
day.
are you
Christine,
sa-
try this one.
Are you saying Chester died choking like that, or did?
I feel that Michael Hutchinson was the sacrificial lamb. Nobody wanted to be known
For that after
for
again.
that after.
I think
so
Chris
they all
Cornell-
said it was suicide afterward.
My argument, Chris Cornell and
Wait,
Chester Bennington
you
both died
wouldn't-
choke jerking.
You wouldn't rather be thought of as somebody. who
The
died-
family would rather.
family, it's the family.
The family would rather.
That's my guess. They go, less embarrassing to just say, Chris Cornell was just like, he was depressed and couldn't get past it.
I mean, I would feel worse as a father to say he didn't come to me, with these problems. But I'm glad he didn't come and say he's jerking off. You know what I mean?
Did you see, you'd be like, oh, he wasn't in a bad mood. He wasn't depressed about his family, but they live in that shame. If you have, is there the picture still of like Chris Cornell's, like the crime scene photo afterwards? The thing he's hanging from is something that no one's used for exercise since the 1920s. And it's solely, he brings this in his bag because it's easy and he can just hang from a doorknob on it.
Oh, man.
For sure. It's one of those things he would step on and do this, and do curls with. It's just,
I use those now.
God damn it, Bobby.
I use those now.
Is this the room?
Oh God.
Wait, you got to get to the, look at that thing. That thing is made, that's just to jack off with.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he was working out and he fucked up and he's. Oh, well, no, that's a noose.
Yeah, he was choke jerking himself.
I mean, Chris Cornell is probably in person, one of the most attractive people
Absolutely.
that I ever saw in my life.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't think that he would kill himself.
That's right.
I think the
but
theory
they
was-
all did drugs.
They're
Yeah.
heroin addicts. And
That's what happened.
It's an
If they're
addiction.
so an opiate addict told us once that a lot of people do that because the rush of it mimics like opiate feelings. They say that's why they do it. So people have backed up this theory.
What if
before.
there's a serial killer and he just kills famous people
Holy shit.
Oh, that'd
by
be great.
Bobby.
hanging them?
I'll tell you what, you'll never get caught. Jerk off guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have them come on their own stomachs and then hang them from a doorknob. You'll never get caught.
Bobby, that's a screenplay that I've been pitching.
I swear to God.
God damn it,
Rob,
Bobby.
I didn't know that. Did you say that to me?
Yeah.
Fuck Bobby.
Did you notice how many porn stars keep dying in the last couple months? And that seems sus to me.
Well, I'll tell you what, the one, Jessie Jane, we had her on SDR show like maybe 5 months before she passed away. And she came on, and again, it's one of those things you don't know what to say to people. I think you've had things like this too on the show where I've seen you though with, was it Ginger Baker?
Yeah.
When you sent him home.
Yeah.
Like you're like, this isn't right. They're forcing you to do this. This
Yeah.
girl came and did the show. I mean, her jaw wouldn't stop moving. She never answered one question. She just kept moving like this. And then I'm such a dummy. I'm like, it's still Jessie Jane. She goes, you ever perform in Tulsa? I go, I do perform in Tulsa. Can I come to a show? Yes. In this condition, you're probably a great audience member. And her husband came out to that show. And I was like, oh, maybe we'll catch her in a different thing. Same, moving 1,000 miles a minute. But I don't know her that well. And then 3 weeks
She's
later,
beautiful.
3 weeks later, dead. Her and her boyfriend just dead next to each other for days. Nobody even checking on
Holy
them.
shit.
Just OD'd. She was gorgeous in her day. She was beat up by meth by the time we met her. But she was stunning when she was young.
She's dead at 43.
Yeah.
That's,
But
like, that's prime stuck porn.
well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what though. If you're this, she was this hot and this like famous. She was dating all the rock stars and everything. When you leave that, there you go. When you leave that and you move back to Oklahoma, it's
Right.
because of distance to meth for sure.
Yeah, try to move into a nice meth neighborhood.
She definitely was getting out of like the Hollywood scene and just was
Yeah.
into meth because
California's filled with it.
she was too hot.
Christine just goes against you.
No.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like,
sure it
no,
is.
Christine,
Cheaper cost of
there's
living.
no meth in California.
God.
We have to move.
You know,
there's not
I'm-
enough meth in L.A.
I'm always shocked when I find out people do meth in the desert. Like in that kind of fucking heat.
Yes, that what you want to do? Sweat all day?
Yeah.
And, like, be bouncy?
Also, I don't know the meth now, but when I use the meth would fucking liquefy, right? So then you'd have to sit and drink this fucking
Oh, the
terrible
crystals?
thing.
The
yeah.
crystals.
Ooh. Oh God, that's awful. But I'm glad.
I'm glad I got it.
I didn't know you could drink liquid meth.
I'm glad I'm holding it down.
But yeah, that was wild just to watch her like her last like
What are the other porn stars that are dying?
Cagney Lynn.
Yeah, Cagney
Carter.
Lynn is the one who put a shotgun in her mouth, which that's fucking not an easy thing to do.
Well, she's been blowing guys for years. It was probably easier for her.
So you went
just to
down a
put-
little deeper.
I think your argument is correct though.
Yeah.
You got to pull that trigger with your toe.
Yeah.
Or a really like.
She's blown 9 guys at once.
So
I'm
you're
pretty
saying
sure she's.
You think
she
the
was all
barrel?
the way down to her back.
She put a shotgun in her mouth and throated it.
All the way down.
She has a
blew her
trigger
ass.
hitting her fucking chin.
She didn't shoot herself in the face. She shot herself in the liver.
Yeah, she blew her asshole out from the inside.
Yeah.
Gruesome.
Wow.
I didn't know that with a shotgun in her mouth. I thought that was an OD also.
Also seems like a very nice person. You know what I mean? Like she was doing well.
Yeah, these guys are great.
I mean,
people.
now they have OnlyFans, right?
I haven't. You know, it's
Only
funny
for female comedians.
how crazy. I watch these podcast clips from these shows that just bring on OnlyFans girls and basically shit on them and make them feel terrible until they leave. I love them. They're great shows.
Oh,
But they have these girls, and that's what it is. They're lost in this world that it's just like this, and they're so. A lot of them are so not savvy, and there are exceptions to this for sure, but so many of them aren't savvy that even in the world of OnlyFans, that requires nothing but you willing to do it and doing it at your house. And it's guys watching. If you're a hot enough chick or willing to do whatever the stuff guys want to see, you could take pictures with your iPhone 4 and put them up there, and then some guy comes into these things still and goes like, no, you need somebody to organize this and make sure the tiers of OnlyFans, and it's like they come into like still get like pimp
Creeps,
cuts
yeah.
of nothing. And so it's still that kind of a world, and it's just, I'd say it's the dilemma I'm having with the SDR show. As fun as the show is, and they still have porn stars come on, like they're going to see who could get the bigger butt plug in their butt or something. I still have like that going there, like, oh, this is going to be neat. And almost 100% of the time, by the end of the show, I'm just like, hey, call your family, kiddo. Like this, what are you doing? I said the one where my head hit the microphone was completely. That girl goes, she goes, oh yeah, I love getting toes in my asshole or something. Guys putting their toes up my asshole. So I was like, no way. Then she goes, totally. So then she sat.
Totally.
Yeah, that's her thing.
Totally.
That's her angle.
That's her
wordplay.
t-shirt. That's her t-shirt.
Yeah.
She sat. She put her asshole on my toe. She put my toe up her asshole, and then sat back down in the chair. And Ralph goes, he goes, well, when did you? He goes, when did you realize that you were into that? She goes, well, I think right when I first got into business, I realized I was into that. So 3 years. She goes, I'm 21 now. So 3 years ago, and I just went. My head just hit the microphone. I'm like, what have I just done?
Yes.
I'm like, this is not going to be something. She's like, when she's giving her sad, like crying in a shower, going like, well, that guy was cool though.
I would have-
Well, here's another one of those stories. Like, and then I just let some dude toe my asshole on a show.
Oh God, that's the stuff I worry about. Just my kids seeing that one day. Dad, is this you?
Right.
Is that Lewis sucking your dick for real?
No, it was a dildo.
Try to make him understand that.
His girlfriend, actually, his girlfriend now actually liked him because she thought he was really sucking my dick, and she was like, "Wow, he's cool. He's free with his sexuality."
yeah.
He thought
He wrote, she goes, oh, you're just a homophobe who pretends to suck dicks.
Dude, I got so lost. I thought you were talking about your kid. And
Me
then I had
too.
to make
I
it out
swear to God,
I'm
me
like,
too.
what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, Lewis sucked off my kid.
No. I think we both thought you were saying your son thought it was awesome that because he
No.
thought it was real.
No, Lewis's girlfriend.
Or no, I
Yeah.
thought you were saying your son's girlfriend. I was like,
Yeah.
son's girlfriend. All right,
I'm gonna have to
Max.
explain that to Max one day. No, that's a dildo. What's a dildo? It's a fake penis. Why is it bigger than yours, Dad?
You can make a Netflix series of Louis J. Gomez talking to a teenage James about what he's done in his life. What a fun one. Thank you so. Oh, we actually have, after this commercial break, we'll be airing, we did an interview with Gary Clark Jr.
Yes, it was awesome.
He's so good.
I uncomfortably told him to pick up a guitar with no seconds left in the show. They were
No
like,
seconds left in the
he's
show?
got to go. And I was like, hey, you want to sing a song? He was like, I guess.
Hang on. We're cutting that.
No, and Jacob, I'm glad you said that because Gary Clark Jr. came to Legion of Skanks last night, and I said to him, I go, dude, we'll take that out. Because he goes, leave all that shit in there, man. He's like, it's great. He's like, but I just did it, and I was like, eh. He's like, he noodled on it, and he was like, that doesn't sound good on acoustic. I'm good. And he just gave it back, and I was like,
So
yeah.
great.
I'm like, and he goes, leave it. He goes, leave it all in, so you don't have to take any of it out. I asked him, I go, we'll take it out. There's an easy cut to make, so we'll cut it out if you want. He was like, I go, Liam
Lou was
said
up till-
that you'd want that out. And he was like, you don't take that out.
Lou was up till 5 in the morning editing everything out to make it look seamless.
I was.
Oh, shit.
Cut it so it sounds like I'm playing the guitar now. What is
You know,
this?
before we
thing?
get out of here, Ron, just noodle around a little bit for it. The great Ron Bennington, everybody.
Thank you guys. I'm glad we finally buried the hatchet.
Listen,
I'm sorry
Means a lot to
I'm
me.
sorry for
Listen to the Bennington Show right here on Sirius XM Faction Talk 103, Monday through Thursday, 12 to 2 p.m. Then you get the Eddie Trunk hours, and then we come in. Is it Eddie Trunk still between us?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
We'll see you again in 1974.
See you again, 1974,
See you later,
everybody.
Ronnie.
The great
Thanks
Ron
for coming in,
Bennington,
buddy.
everybody. When we come back, everybody. Let's make official intros here, everybody. It's Bonfire Faction Talk, Sirius XM 103. Big Jokerson, the great Robert Kelly. We have an awesome guest in studio today. First time on the show, known him for some time now. It is living guitar legend, everybody. Dreamboat, Gary Clark Jr.
What's up,
in the
buddy?
house. Welcome back to New York, buddy.
In his great intro, Jacob was doing his little keyboard shit.
Yeah,
Underneath, I forgot. I forgot.
real nice, dickhead.
We were just talking about shitty intros.
It's all right. Sorry, I appreciate you, man. It's good to be here.
Oh, dude, it's good to see you, man. Welcome back to New York City.
Thank you. Yeah, we met downstairs.
That's right, in the elevator. Actually, we were in the elevator. We had a great moment. It was when Dan was still on the show, and we were in the elevator, and everyone in the elevator was doing like a, that's him, right? Like to each other. Everyone's doing to each other. That's
I've
him,
never
right?
had that. Is that him? I don't have that at my house.
I got your same problem in my house. Like, who the hell is this guy?
Isn't it weird how famous you are, and when you go home, you just take the trash. What?
Oh, yeah.
I just did 5 sold-out shows. People were, and I didn't have sex with anybody. I didn't eat anything. I went to bed early. Take out the trash. You take out the trash.
Right? Man, no respect.
Yeah.
I do get that feeling in my house. Unfortunately, Christine works with me also, but I still get to do I'm still doing more, so you should do more house stuff. And when I do things, I also do them all reluctantly. Like, I'll start folding laundry, but with a sighs and looking at her. Like, no, I should chip in too, I guess. I only pay all the bills and stuff. It's whatever.
Here's the trick to it. Don't do anything ever. And then when you do something, I cleaned the house one day. Dawn came in and she cried. She was like, oh my God. Like I gave her a diamond from like the Titanic.
Yeah, I did the dishes the other day, and I was like a golden god around my house.
Dishes.
But you need to feel that way. You can't just do it. And that's what Christine will sometimes just act like, yeah, well, he's vacuuming today. I go, I'm doing it to prove a point to you that this could be done with your schedule if I'm fitting it into my schedule.
Flex.
Jacob, fix that camera. It tilted.
That's pretty good.
Are you in town performing? You're performing, yeah, I saw it on Facebook, I believe.
Yeah, I'm doing I think, what are we doing? Solo sessions.
Oh,
yeah,
we have it
doing
here.
Solo sessions. I've been doing some TV stuff. I'm running around, but I'm looking forward to seeing you guys for sure.
Oh yeah, man. How long are you here for?
Ooh, I don't know. I think one more day, and then we're out of here. Yeah.
Are you currently on tour, like going city to city?
No, not yet. We go on tour in May. I got a record coming out and doing that whole thing.
And you're from Austin, right?
Yeah, Austin, Texas.
How like what's happened to Austin? Are you excited about that? Like,
oh yeah,
how crazy it is now with comedy.
Oh no, I love it. I mean, I'm a fan of you guys. So to see you guys regularly come down to Austin and the whole comedy scene blowing up, it's amazing.
Have you done Kill Tony yet?
I have.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did Kill Tony.
Did you get to be mean to people?
No, I didn't know how to do it, man. I froze up. I froze up because I realized I was like, man, to do a minute of stand-up comedy is
were you critiquing them like on American Idol, like positive?
No, there was a lot of. I was like, well, that was interesting. You know, I get it. I think. You know, I saw where you were going. But there's a couple of guys. Kill Tony is a weird thing because there's some scary folks that'll show up.
Oh yeah, to
know
perform.
I mean? Yeah.
Oh
right?
yeah.
They're so scary. So I found myself kind of leaning to the left a little bit, like Tony. I'm scared. Like, if something happens, I'm getting up out of here. But
There's always an older guy on Kill Tony who seems like he's mentally has problems. And then he comes out and like every show I've done, there's just some version of this. Everyone seems to know him already, and he seems borderline dangerous.
All you gotta do is look down at their shoes. If they don't have laces, leave. That's my thing.
that's the sign.
Yeah, if there's no laces, I'm out.
That's it. Bobby stopped me from fighting a bum 2 weeks ago, and when he grabbed my arm to pull me back, he goes, "No, dude, he's got no laces."
You don't fuck with a dude with no laces.
You don't.
You got nothing to lose if you're willing to jump out of your shoes.
He's wearing shell toes with no laces. Don't fuck with that guy.
Not at all. No problems with that guy.
Have you seen in Austin, the time you've been there too, with not even just the comedy building up, but just that 6th Street in general? And I know from going down from Moon Tower all those years, watching it go from a place that was pretty quiet and great, and then party on the weekends, to being just websites dedicated to violence on 6th Street.
Oh yeah,
it's
man.
crazy.
No, it's nuts. I knew we were in trouble. One year I was walking down the street and there was a couple that was laying on a cardboard box with a blanket and pillows, passing the joint back around, like watching a movie on a phone.
Doing just fine.
Yeah, I was like, if we're okay with this, then
I have a theory about all the homeless people, how they were there and then they're gone. I believe the government learned how to turn homeless people into scooters. Because if you look at the end of the night, it's just these homeless-looking people's scooters just lying down, fucked up and drunk all over the place.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a mess down there. But I love what the comedy scene has brought to the city, man. And hopefully these music venues will take note, and these musicians will kind of take note, because the way you guys move is special, bro. It's really it's an art.
Well, I mean, you got the whole Shane Gillis crew just moved down now. All of them. Yeah. Like the whole Philly crew moved down there. I have a theory about couples that are homeless. You see a homeless couple outside sleeping on the street, that guy's got a monster hug. Because no woman has to sleep on the street any night. The ugliest woman, bro, doesn't have to sleep on the street.
She was cute, and she was too comfortable with this dude.
Jay lives
she likes his free spirit. I like his free spirit.
Jay got that theory because he lives in a high-rise with a doorman.
That's what I do. I go by homeless girls and I look at Christine and I go, that could be you. Would you follow me right to this place? No. Well, then do the dishes. Do the dishes or else.
Yeah, right.
The homeless, the couple.
The homeless. When I went down there, it was like Night of the Living Dead, the way they follow, is that cleared up now?
Yeah, they fixed it, I think. Right?
Really?
Yeah, it's a little bit better.
They changed that. It was like a camping law or something. They said was the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was like a camp where you can camp on any, I don't know if it's municipal or government property. So they just started that at the end of 6th Street, that overpass was just a city.
Oh, yeah.
Of home. And they would, that's the first time I've ever been asked this question from a homeless guy. First of all, your homeless whites, keep them. I'm like, call a family member, dude. Figure it out. You're here because you love drugs or some shit.
Yeah.
And, but he came up and he was like, you have any change on your money? I go, nah, I don't have any cash on me. He goes, you can walk over to the ATM right there. Like, sure. There's a lot of things we could do. I could go apply for a loan in your name right now. I could go, yeah. He goes, you could do this. He goes, oh, I'm aware of all my options.
I had a guy ask me. I go, you got money? I go, I got nothing on me. He goes, you have Venmo? I was like, you have fucking Venmo?
Is that how that rolls?
Pulled out a phone. He wanted me to Venmo him money.
Man.
I break him off a little Bitcoin, pull out my phone and goes, you want a little Bitcoin? It's rising right now. It's on the rise right now.
What's that fancy hotel downtown? What's that called?
Oh,
Driscoll.
Yeah.
I was at the Driscoll. I was like, this is such a nice hotel. I was out on the little balcony, kind of hanging out, having breakfast and stuff. And 5 guys on bikes pulled up and threw Rambo knives at a fucking wall. What? Like some store that went out of business with the plywood on it. Just took them out of their backpacks and hucked them into the thing. And they just went ting, ting, ting. And then they grabbed them, put them back in their bag, and drove off.
Yeah, we'll practice.
Yeah, practice.
Hey, there's a good spot. Let's try that.
A little Texas practice.
It's the craziest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's wild down there.
I like it though. I don't want it to be, I don't want it to be like Nashville's crazy, but it's. I like the little danger. I like having that. Like when I leave the mothership, having to kind of trot back to the hotel.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Drop back, look over your shoulder every now and then.
Some Spanish girl with like half a jug hanging out of her shirt.
Half a jug.
One jug. Hey. That's
so
the best.
true.
That's the best with the 6th Street fights. It's always girl. I don't know. Women, just dress for the fight. Don't dress for the club. Like you're dressing for the club, and then your fight has your whole hooch hanging out, and everyone's looking. And camera guys are just focusing it.
Yeah, right. YouTube gold.
I never think to pull my phone out for exciting moments, particularly fights. I just watch. The balls on these guys when the girls are fighting to just go up. I mean, they must be on their knees between their legs, like filming their underwear. Like, look at this shot. People screaming for their lives.
Yeah,
also, the cops down there have more than I've seen anywhere else. Because I watch all those YouTube videos of that. They have the mace that shoots like 8 feet. So they just wait for these girls to have a big, a fat lady pile on. And then just from like 15 yards away, this guy just starts whacking the pile. And they're all rolling around and freaking, God damn it. It's a wild place.
Yeah, it is. Speaking of the Driscoll, did you notice it was haunted? Did you hear the stories of it?
Yeah, I believe in that. Jay doesn't believe in ghosts. I believe in ghosts. He doesn't believe in it.
I was in the elevator. The elevator dropped the floor.
Yeah.
That's pretty scary.
It's a crazy hotel. I like hotels like that. We actually did a seance in a hotel in Baltimore, and some stuff happened.
Yeah.
You're not into it though, Jay?
Well, when Bobby says stuff happens, he hired a Industrial Light and Magic Light team to come in and hook dental floss up to a lot of things. He's like, oh my God, only the things are moving that could move with invisible wires.
First of all, it wasn't down the floor, it was fly fishing. It was the smallest one, so you couldn't see it.
Professional.
Well, I'll tell you why the Driscoll particularly I don't believe is haunted. Because the girl at the front desk, when I checked in the one time, I go, is this place haunted? And she was just like, yeah. There's a like an old lady walks around the 13th floor.
That means
she was so like casually about it. She goes, yeah, and I think there's like an evil butler in her room or so. Like she was so just like passive about like yeah. There's lots of hauntings
that
here.
means
Demon
there's-
possession.
That means it is. That means they're so used to it that they've seen it. Yeah, it's absolutely haunted. Enjoy yourself.
Here's how you get me. If the person like raises their head and I go, hey, I'm here to check in, and their gray roots are coming into their hair, and they go, you don't want to stay here. I can't leave. Then you go, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't then.
Her eyes roll
When the
back
girl,
in her head.
Yeah, the girl was just like reading her own thing. She was like, yeah, there's I think like a demon in 1406.
A butler. You said a butler.
She said everything she said it was haunted was so like, and then I think one person said there was like a Civil War child screaming or something in the middle of the night.
Well, you know what's funny too, because ghosts are always old white ladies. You never seen like an angry Puerto Rican ghost. Like, what the fuck, man?
Because black ghosts are cool. Or they come back like Candyman, just covered in bees and cool fucking coats.
That's right.
White ghosts are just the booze. Swinging chains and shit. Candyman had a hook hand. Whatchamacallit? Yeah, although Austin, Texas, I got to say, though, at this point, it's almost like Nashville in that way. It becomes such a popularized city that you get, like, the posers of that lifestyle almost come down there.
Man.
Do you know what I'm saying? You see, like the guy from Chicago who now is a cowboy hat guy.
Oh, yeah.
I fully understand. Now I have some perspective now that we finished Yellowstone. and caught up to it. Now I've got some perspective that I would be that asshole if I started just going full ranch life look.
Yeah, we definitely noticed up and down South Congress. It's like, but you call them out. You'd be like, no, you don't wear the felt in the summertime.
No,
you don't?
As a poser. No, you don't.
Do you have a cowboy hat?
I do.
You do? A
I
bunch?
do. No, I've got 2. I got my granddad's old Stetsons.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the album cover with that's the greatest silhouette. Flap rim hat. I couldn't pull that off.
Yeah, you can
I look
always-
like the bad guy from Poltergeist 2.
Man, after a while, I looked at myself in the mirror. I was like, I got to do something else.
You switch that from switching from that hat?
It was like, I'm just a big dumb guy in the big dumb hat, and the big dumb boots clanking all over the place. I was like, man, it's killing my back. I got to do something different.
We just had Marcus King and which you guys just played a show together.
I love that dude. Yeah,
He's so good. That's a tall hat. The hat he wears is crazy tall.
Yeah, you can have it, bro.
That's like
That big-
flying with a Hasidic Jew. It's like, all right, put it up top. I got to put my luggage there.
Yeah.
Marcus's hat is up there.
I like him though, man. Yeah. He's been doing his thing. He's got the big hat, man. He's
Yeah.
a big dude. He's wearing the suits with his chest out. He's going, man. I love
He's
it.
so cool. Like
Man,
you guys, let me tell you something, man. You guys, country, blues, rock and roll. You guys, I envy the fact that you get to be cool. Like I always have to kind of be silly. you
Well,
know? Like look at the outfit you have on. If I bought those pants, they would make fun of me. You look fantastic.
Same outfit, same colors, same everything. On Bobby,
Yeah.
we shit on him until he leaves and changes.
I'm not gonna let you do that to Bobby. I'm not gonna let you do that to him. You could pull these pants off with that green right now, and you go crushing these streets.
Can I
No,
have
for
them?
sure. You just
Don't
have
let
to-
him talk to you like that.
No, it's not me. I'm telling you, I've had all these changes. I got the nose rings and everything in my adult life, and I've had to make those changes, knowing you're gonna have to get through the simple times of people shitting all over you for it, and then it'll just become normal to them.
It's not even the friends. It's that every time I leave the house, my wife will go, "Is that what you're wearing?" I was. I thought I felt good about it.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, granted, I left the house one day all in blue. She goes, "Are you on a sports team that I didn't know about?"
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Just blue.
I was just blue. I had blue sneakers, blue pants, a blue shirt, and a blue jacket.
You need a wife. Sort that shit out.
I think that's fly, though.
That's what I'm
I think
saying.
that's fly. You need me to come hype you
Oh,
up.
dude, I would love for you to fucking hype me up. I wish I could
Does
fit
your-
in some of your clothes.
Does your wife get involved in your stage stuff at all, or do you even ask?
No, I don't ask, and she doesn't really. She used to, but there was a lot of times where she's like, "Yeah, that hat is stupid," or "That would do that shirt," or "Your ring looks stupid." Like, are you trying to be?
Your ring.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Jesus.
So,
But if anybody calls you, it's like if anybody calls you out, then again, that's the beauty of, I just saw you at the State Theater a couple months back.
That's right.
I brought,
Thanks for coming, too. That
of
was cool.
course, man. Always a great show. And in music, you get to lean into the cool the whole time and have that moment, whether it's posing, where the guitar is sitting when you look at the crowd for a second, taking your beat. All of that is you have to laugh at that in comedy. You can't do it. You can't be like, it's going to be awesome. This next joke, I'm going to put my foot up on the monitor. Just lean, and they're going to be like, what's this fucking pose he's doing? What an asshole.
yeah, right. I think that night you showed up, I was wearing some stupid shit.
To get a Coogee sweater on. I feel like.
Yeah. I think it was something ridiculous. I had a big dumb multicolored beanie on or
He had a
something.
big beanie. And it's funny, when I sat down, I go, I think he's changed his look. He's had the big cowboy hat. Well, not even cowboy hat. Is that a cowboy hat considered the flat brim?
I would consider that just a straight up brim. I don't know.
There it is.
Yeah, see that? Yeah, see.
Wow.
Dude.
That was some stupid shit.
I think Keenan Ivan Wayne's wore that in living color.
But see, the thing is, I know that I don't look cool there.
I think you look
No,
great.
I
dude.
think
You're wrong.
I know that I'm just being loud and ridiculous on purpose.
No,
You're
but
right,
that's the whole thing. Exactly. If you weren't Gary Clark Jr. and you walk into a grocery store like that, you'd be like, "Who's this loud ass motherfucker?" But on stage, you're like, "Damn, that's what I want to do."
Yeah, if you walk down the street, be like, that guy sells ice cream.
Bobby,
Yeah, right.
Bobby
Yeah,
used to live out loud like that. Bobby used to wear overalls with no underwear or shirt underneath. Just let his wiener fly around in overalls.
Remember when overalls were in late '90s?
I can't go with you on that.
Of course not, dude.
Nah,
The
dude.
dungaree seams just ripping on your piece all night.
You lost me there.
I used to put my pager in the little pocket up top.
Oh,
I will,
yes.
I will say for the outfit you wore at the State Theater, we came backstage to see after the show. Everything was different. You were just back in a black, I think that hat and a black shirt, just like, hey man.
Because you have in the backstage, you travel with a wardrobe for the shows, right? And then,
Yeah, we started to now.
Right, you have like a whole thing in the back. You wear a different thing every night.
Yeah, I try and switch it up. But for a while, I was showing up gig ready. I would wake up, put the boots on, put the hat on, and then by the time gig would come around, my back hurt, and I felt stupid, and I was sweaty.
Sweaty. I was going to say sweaty. I was like, damn, this wasn't the look I was planning
Yeah,
on.
it wasn't sexy, so I felt gross.
I never knew that until I took my son to the Bon Jovi concert, and he was on my neck during one of the songs, and then he shit on my neck. And
He was 15.
I go, no, it's not 15.
Here's the real problem. He was 15 years old.
he
And
was
it wasn't Bobby's son.
He was 18. And no, he was 5, but he shit. And I felt him shit. And I was like, did you poop? He goes, yep. And he just kept singing. So I knew David Bryan. I knew his daughter, who I was like, he just shit on my neck, and she's like, follow me. She took me backstage into David's dressing room, and I saw all these fucking awesome clothes. And I was like, oh, they have they have a whole wardrobe of shit that they put on every night. And then I changed him in his dressing room. And I threw away little boy underwear with shit in him in his trash. I'm sure somebody found it. Like, what's David into?
That'd be great. That started problems for him. Why is there child shitty underwear in here?
Why are there Spider-Man underwear with shit in them in David's trash?
Well, it also depends too. Have you ever done a tour where you, like when I went out with Korn, and even the tours I've seen them since, if I see them more than once on a tour, like he picks like the outfit for the tour. And I guess they clean it every day or something, because it's like, it was like one tour, it was like the same like Henley shirt with like green like army pants almost. And every night it was that look, yeah.
Yeah, see, well, we need more hits to have to have that kind of that kind of a world backstage. Our wardrobe case is one wardrobe case, and it smells like the YMCA.
So you know the history, the backstage showers, which I don't think it matters if you're a fucking Katy Perry level like hits or a new band. You're still taking a shower in the shittiest, grossest shower in the world. Do you still bring flip flops for the shower?
No,
you just go.
No, I don't.
You just don't shower at all.
No, I just wait to the hotel.
Good move.
Yeah, I just wait to the. I feel it's, you go rock these places and then you're in this thing and it feels kind of county-ish.
Yeah.
I think that's because
prison.
Those rooms meant nothing because they're all from a time where the backstage was just to like hook up. Didn't matter if you're just taking a shower while some girl's in there with you, her father's waiting for her outside or something.
Jesus Christ.
Like you're just waiting for those times when I think now when you go back in the shower, if you're really just going to go take a shower to get cleaned up and go to dinner, you're like, I've used some questionable shit. I've used just a bar of Irish soap that was sitting in that shower before, and you're like, oh man. You start looking who it goes, hey, who was here last before us?
Daryl Hall.
Glore. Yeah, something gross. Yeah, you're always hoping it's something good. He goes, I think that was particularly a hot chick shower. Like, oh, good.
I've used the shower. Like I've done a couple of theaters, and I've used the shower. But it's not even like I had to. It was like an hour from my house. I just felt like I wanted to use all the amenities.
Those showers are not amenities.
Get it while you can, right?
Yeah.
You use a building.
When I was on, what was it, Mayhem Fest, and Christine came with me for a couple of those dates, and when we went out one time, they showers, because I was our thing every day, finding the shower and just trying to get in there together. If there's 2 stalls, hopefully, whatever it is, just go and be quick and get out of there. One time, and I want to say maybe up in not Buffalo or something, but whatever it was, there was might be the Boston one. The shower room is right off of not craft services, but catering.
Catering, yeah.
Right off of catering. And then we're in that shower for a while. Not fucking even. Just hanging out in the showers, taking showers, getting ourselves together. No idea. Something was wrong with those, like the drains were plugged, and when we came out, they were currently dealing with the position of the floor got completely flooded. And then me and her come out with like wet hair, like, what's up? What's going on, everybody?
Nice work. Nice work.
Just destroy the
Those
backstage.
are not the ones we were supposed to use.
Do you like playing, like, what size venue? Do you like, because as a comic, I love small venues. I mean, theaters are cool. I've done like bigger shows in like arenas and stuff, but I like a 250 seater, 300 seater. Do you like the smaller venues more, or does it matter?
Yeah, I'm kind of used to the smaller venues. I spent all my time before the bigger venues were even a thing.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes the monitors were the main PA or vice versa. You know what I mean? So, and you're looking at everybody.
Right.
The room's smaller, so it sounds better. You know, everybody can hear everything. In these big rooms, sometimes the sound's bouncing all over the place, and you can't tell if the people in the back are having a good time or it's just the folks up front.
Right.
But don't get me wrong. Buy a ticket. Fill the place.
Fill it up.
You know what I'm
Get
saying?
that money, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to the Garden next. You know what I mean? But yeah, there is something about being able to look people in the face and kind of feel that immediate response, that energy.
Your type of music, it's like you want to be as close as you can and hear that. Like, a big rock band, it doesn't fucking matter,
Sure.
But like Metallica, I wouldn't want to see them in a small, I mean, I would, but, in that big thing, it's great. But, jazz and blues and, rock, you kind of want to see that in a smaller venue.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we just played a small show the other day, and I had the most fun. That I felt looser. I felt like it was.
Yeah.
Well, I think that the stakes are lower almost to some degree too.
Yeah, right.
You know, I mean, there's so many people involved when it gets to a big production and stuff. That, but you said earlier that you have to have more hits. What constitutes like a number of like hits now? I mean, because I'm saying what constitutes anymore? Because it used to be like, I guess, nonstop radio play, and then like the charts. But how do you even bump it? What's the metrics now for any of that? You put it out yourself, pretty much.
Yeah, go viral on TikTok or something.
That's there's some girl running up milk crates to it. So you got to open it in the background. A Chinese kid trying to use chopsticks for the first time while your song plays.
I don't know what it is. I don't. The business is changing so much.
Are you on social media? Do you do stuff, or do you have somebody do it?
I do it reluctantly.
All of us.
You know what I mean?
That's the worst.
It's weird, you know. It's weird to work on something and then go, "Hey, everybody, check this thing out." You know,
Well, because the idea was sort of the mystery before of the person. You didn't feel like you could touch Axl Rose or anything, and now you're like, Gary Clark Jr. is an asshole. He didn't respond to my DM.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Who are you?
Yeah. I used to be a fan until you didn't respond to my 19. You know, you didn't play at my wedding, dickhead.
Yeah,
And I asked you nicely.
I had a lady come up to me this week at Sizebud. She's like, "You didn't respond to my DM," and I was like,
Be hotter.
"I'm fuck." Stop.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
She just recovered from cancer.
Oh, well, get hotter. She has time. She recovered. Hair's going to come back, dude. She's going to be all right.
It came back, Jay.
Okay. Some chicks look all right in a bandana.
It wasn't a bit. It was a wig.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Well, anyway, Bobby, her, yes. You didn't have the reserve for DMs.
I forget it. But she was mad at me, and I'm like, "Listen, man, I don't see this shit. You know what I mean? I don't respond to my wife's texts.
Yeah, I got your same problem.
It's a hard thing to have to manage this whole new Instagram, Twitter, everything, and now you used to be able to just make the thing, let it go out there, and it became what it became.
Yeah.
You know, now it's like the average asshole can have a hit song with a microphone in their living room.
Right, and then you hear stories of Prince like just disappearing into thin air. You know what I mean? Like,
I like
what's
to.
that?
I tell you what, I'd like to tell everyone who's ever written me an emotional message that I haven't responded to. I've read it, and what I did was I read it in some place driving to work, or just something like in passing. I read it, and I said to myself, "Know this if you're listening. I got to write this person back." And I just don't.
He's talking about my texts.
Yeah. So I'm trying to explain to Bobby.
We have a guitar over there. Is there any way you could jam a little bit?
What do you want me to do?
Anything, dude.
Yeah,
Anything.
I'll rock some.
Is it bad? We gotta go. You gotta go.
Real quick, if he's down for it, we do something.
Are you down for it? Real
Let's
quick?
do Down to the Crossroads, all of it.
The whole
We did Down
thing.
to the Crossroads. I think it's like a 17-minute
Can we
song.
set up the drums real quick?
Yeah, right.
Jay's gonna play drums.
Yeah. I'm gonna request like your difficult stuff. Can you do Pearl Cadillac in full falsetto?
Oh man.
No, I'm not gonna put you through that.
Yeah, right. Let's see what we got.
I just got an angry face from everybody behind Jay right now. I'm sorry, guys.
You should have asked earlier.
Oh my goodness.
Real nice, Jacob. You didn't even tune it.
It's
Jake.
in tune. I'm just tuning into something else because I don't like this
Gotcha.
tune.
Well, Jacob, why don't you learn his tuning, dickhead?
That would have been helpful.
Did you even get his rider?
I got it. I've never done this on acoustic and it doesn't sound great, so I'm going to stop.
Well, I think you killed it.
Well, thanks. This is a nice guitar, though.
Yeah,
Whose
take
is
it.
this?
It's yours. We gave it to you. Right? It's some serious,
I
right?
think it's
guys?
DJ Lou's, but just take it.
Yeah, just take it, George.
No, thanks for that. Those are beautiful
That
guitars.
was beautiful,
That was
man.
hot. That was hot
I'll
trash.
tell you what, that was already that was better. You were better at that than anything I've ever done in my entire life in history.
Don't do that.
That's true.
Don't do that.
Gary Clark Jr.'s new album, JPEG Raw, releasing tomorrow. That's tomorrow. Yes, that's right. This is airing on Thursday.